Okay, assuming the audio's coming through okay, here's the demo I was going to tell you about involving the wrestling dice game. Now, eventually I am going to build a small wrestling platform to make it look more realistic. But if you look at this chart, you're looking down at the top of a wrestling mat. And when you roll a pair of dice, there are 21 possible combinations you could roll. So what we did, we made this a 5x5 grid, and we put all 21 spaces on there that you can possibly roll when you roll the dice, rather. And the 4 blank spaces are the corners, so those are neutral spots. They won't be able to be used in the game. Now, here's the way it's set up. The concept is you roll the dice. If you play what I call the one-player version, the concept is you need to roll the dice one at a time, and you win by getting either 3 spaces that touch each other, or up and down, across, or in the shape of an L. For example, the shape of an L might be like this or like this, kind of like a 90-degree piece, if you want to call it that, a 90-degree bent. All right, and then, but however, you will lose if you roll on that turn a combination that you've already been covered up. So let's try it like this. Assuming we can see everything at one time. It's hard to hold the camera and do this together. All right, we first roll a 2 and a 5. So we're going to cover up that space right there. Okay, so that's covered up. Here's our next roll. It is a 4 and a 5. So we're going to cover up that space right here. Okay, here we go. Next turn. I just rolled a 4 and a 5, which is a space that I just covered up. So on that turn, I would lose. Okay, let's do another sample for you. Maybe we'll eventually get a winner out of this one. All right, we got 1 and a 6. So we'll cover up that space. Okay, here we go. 4 and 5. For some reason, that must be my unlucky pattern. I don't know. Okay, here we go. 4 and 5. Next, 4 and a 6. Okay, that's right next to that one. So all I need to win would be a double 4s. 1 and a 6, and I just rolled that one, so I would lose again. Okay, let me see. We're going to eventually win at this game. I guess I'm making it, I don't know, maybe it is harder than I realized. Okay, we just rolled a 1 and a 3, so we'll cover that space up here. Next, 1 and a 5. So we'll put that right there. We're going to win eventually. Let's see. Double 3s. So a 3 and a 3. So I need double 2s in order to make the connection. Now, I just rolled 2 3s again, so I lose. But basically, here, let's imagine I didn't lose. And let's imagine I just rolled double 2s. Well, I would put the next chip right here, and then I would win because I got 3 up and down. Now, you would, like I said, you would also win on the single player version by getting 3 across, or 3 in the L formation, which would be like that, or the L could point in the other direction, like that. 90-degree bent. Okay, so I hope you got that. Now, next what we're going to do is the 2-player version. Now, in this version, this will be where the players would alternate turns back and forth. So if you want to go up against a fan or go up against somebody else, the way you would win is the same concept. You need 3 of your colored chips across, down, or in the shape of an L in order to win. So for this, we're going to let player 1 be the red chips, player 2 be the blue chips. All right, so player 1 would roll. They got 2 5s. So we're going to cover up that space right there for them. All right. Let's do the next one. This will be, now it's the blue player's turn. 1 and 5. Okay, so they get that chip. All right, here we go. Red player's turn. 2 4s. Okay, so they get that space. So, now remember, in this version, you can't win diagonally. So you have to get it in the shape of an L. Okay, now it's the blue player's turn. 4 and 5. Okay, so they get this spot right here. Now, part of this game, if you roll a space that your opponent occupies, you get to take over that space. But if you roll a space that you already occupy, you just simply remove that chip. It becomes open again. All right, so let's see now. If my memory's correct, it is the red player's turn. Here we go. 2 and a 4. So they'll occupy that spot. Okay, here we go. Now it's the blue player's turn. 1 and 4. So they occupy that spot. Yeah, we're filling it up pretty good. Okay, now it's the red player's turn. 1 and 6. Yeah, we're filling up a lot, but no connections. This would be like a drawn-out wrestling match. Okay, next is the blue player's turn. 2 and 4. Okay, now, in this case, the red player occupies that chip. But based on the rules I just gave you, that space has been knocked out. The blue player gets to occupy that space and is now the winner of the round. So basically, kind of like what they used to call a coup de grace kind of situation, where you suddenly overtake the match very quickly. So the blue player would win that match. All right, we'll do one more sample and get all that cleared. There we go. All right, we'll do it one more time. The red player will start. All right, here we go. So the red player starts at 1 and 5. So let's cover up that one. Okay, blue player's turn. They occupy 1 and 4. Okay, now back to the red player. 3 and 4. That would go right there. Okay, blue player. 5 and 6. So they occupy this mat down there. Okay, red player. 4 and 5. Okay, so they get that space. So they might be close to victory. Blue player 1 and 2. So they occupy right there. Okay, red player. Whoops, threw the dice over the back. Hang on, I dropped the dice. Okay, red player. Whoops, sorry, keep rolling off the side. 4 and 5. Okay, now here's another example. Okay, the red player just rolled 4 and 5, but they occupy that space right now. So according to the rules, in the 2-player version, you just simply take the chip off and it becomes open again. So if they were trying to make a connection right there, they'll have to re-roll that space to get it one more time. Okay, blue, 3 and 5. And that is over here. Okay, back to the red. 2 and 6. Okay, so they occupy the middle. So now they're close to winning the round. Blue, 1 and 6. Okay, so blue takes over that spot right there. No winner yet. Okay, let's go with the red. Double 6s. So they get that right there. Okay, blue time. 2 and 3. Still no winner. Longer than I thought. Here we go. Red turn. 5 and 6. Okay, that's occupied by the blue, so they get to take over that space. Kind of fun for sure. Okay, red's turn. 1 and 4. Oh, I'm sorry, hang on. No, it's blue's turn, excuse me, blue's turn. We're all alternating. Okay, blue currently occupies 1 and 4. So because they re-rolled their own combination, it gets back to neutral again. All right, let's go to the red. Red 4 and 5, and looks like the red just won. Yep, right there, 3, making an L shape or a reverse L shape. So I hope this gives you an idea of how the game works, and thank you for watching.